All right, it is very early in the morning. Oof. Been getting up at around 3 o'clock. I got to go to this class. It's a week long. Today's the last day. Superintendent's training. Oh, long days. I'm not used to sitting so much. But I thought if I don't make the video now, I'm never going to make one. So, I wanted to do a little more responding to comments. I got a couple that I'm going to respond to today. Eddie P8, in response to the Mindset of a Champion video that I did. I've been in construction off and on for many years. Some of the most bad-ass, hardworking, crazy MFers I've ever met were ironworkers. Hella standoffish at first, many of them. And my take on that is I'm kind of the same way. I only associate and want to work with people who give 110%. No bitching, no whining, just get the shit done, whatever it takes. No and can't are not in their vocabulary. That's been my mentality and work ethic since my first job. I don't want to hang out or associate with fools who aren't on my level or a few notches above. And that translates to every aspect of my life. You surround yourself with people who encourage you and you want to see you succeed is an effing beautiful thing. I will never hate on anyone for doing something they want to do. That's some I don't know, probably shouldn't use the language this early in the video, but he goes on to add a colorful response. And I have no time for haters in my life. If you aren't on my level or someone positive, I got no effing time for you. Attitude is everything. Nothing will drag someone or a whole crew down faster than someone with a bad negative attitude. Your project positivity and think good things, and I promise good things will come to you. I'm living proof of this. Let's effing go. Yeah. No, 110%. I agree with that. Basically, we were talking about you kind of become who you surround yourself with. This is going to be a little bit of a love letter to the 433 here in Vegas. It's Ironworkers. I love these dudes. Now, I'm a safety manager, and I'm not an ironworker. I was a steel worker for 14 years. Before I went into commercial construction and started working with the Ironworkers, I met the Ironworkers when I was up at Molycorp as a steel. I was a United Steelworker up there, and they were putting some of the buildings up, and that's the first time I got introduced to these crazy bastards. And I've just been working with them ever since. Now, they constantly remind me I'm not one of them. And they do it, you got to take your lumps. But it's almost endearing. The day they stop talking to you is the day you got problems. Everybody gets these guys wrong. When we go on construction projects, they all act like, oh, the ironworkers are here, we're screwed. Oh, we got to stay out of their way. Oh my God, they're the worst. They're totally unsafe. All the project safety people are always picking on them. They're always bird dogging them. They're always waiting for them to screw up. And I have metrics to prove. Like, I have statistical proof that our company is not only the safest one in Vegas, but one of the safest in the United States. Our guys are the safest crews on any construction site. And they treat us like crap. It is absolutely prejudice. It blows my mind how these site safeties will sit there and bird dog our guys and pick on them when you got all these other trades that are literally falling off the building and hurting themselves in the most comically tragic of ways. Our guys, they take their gloves off for a second to snap lines and they get written up and thrown off jobs. It's like these site safeties will sit there and just wait. They'll just wait with a camera. And the second someone, like some of these sites have glove policies, we have to have gloves on full time. A guy will take his gloves off to itch himself or fumble through some papers and snap, you're off the site. Not only does that screw that doesn't do anything for anybody. It messes the crew up, it slows down productivity, and I don't understand how these general contractors allow these safety people to cost them thousands of dollars in productivity by screwing these crews up. They're just hemorrhaging money by allowing these little, what do they call it? I don't even know to call them. They're like little tyrannical, gods, little gods of their eminent domains. And I'm in charge. I'm the safety manager. You're off this site, mister. They don't even like they make it personal, so you're no longer even working for your company. You're working for you, because your company, if they knew that you were throwing guys off the site and screwing these crews up, slowing down productivity, you're just killing progress, the whole schedule, screwing it up because some guy took his gloves off. If they knew you were doing that, and someone could convince them of what it's costing them, you would be working at Taco Bell. Seriously. It blows my mind. I mean, our guys are like totally safe and they're picked on. But I digress. Kind of went on a rant there. Whoa. Sorry, that's it's been bugging me for a while, man. I've been doing construction safety for I don't know, close to 10 years now. And it always blows my mind how these safety managers think they're just gods. And they make it personal. They go around and they're always just throwing people off for the most minor of infractions. Half of them are retards. They're literally standing next to leading edges with no fall protection on to yell at a guy for not having safety glasses on. And you want to kick this dude down an elevator shaft. And I got to walk into a room and I raise my hand and go, "Yeah, I'm area safety manager." And everyone looks at me like, "Oh, this asshole." I'm like, yeah. All these little merciless gods of their eminent domains, these little tyrants that walk around and just screw up construction projects. They make a bad name for all of us. Half of them haven't even worked on a construction site. They've never picked tools up. I don't even know how they get their jobs. It must be like a family thing where they're like, "Oh, we'll hire Karen. She could do safety." That's the attitude towards it. But what they don't understand is, if your company has a low EMR or a high EMR rating, or accident rating, if it's high, you can't bid jobs. We were able to prove that we saved our company $3 million on the insurance policy, and we can bid almost. People are calling our company up to get work because of our safety rating, and that's how important safety is. It literally translates into millions and millions of dollars, but guys act like we're just there to annoy them. And I keep trying to hammer it home. It's like, no, guys, if you do this, you're going to get work. If you do this, you're going to be able to outbid all of the competition. And nothing but good, but you have to show it. You got to show your worth. I can actually show on paper where we saved millions of dollars. And I can actually show on paper how our rating was able to get us work, procure us work with like the school district. The school district here is going to hire our company to do a ton of work, and they won't even touch the other companies because their EMR rating's high. Their liability. It comes down to insurance risk. Everything's insurance now. Gone are the old days where the guy who lost his fingers becomes the safety guy because you don't know what to do with them. Now, you got to have your crap together because everything's regulatory. It's all government overreach, and I'm the guy that makes sure that all of our, I's are dotted and T's are crossed, so that when we go to bid for the next job, they look at us and go, "Wow, you boys have your shit together." Yes, and no one will ever give me credit for anything because I'm just the fucking safety manager. I digress. Because it wasn't supposed to be about me. It was supposed to be about my guys. I love ironworkers. I love them. I wouldn't work with any other trade on the planet. You always know where you stand with them. They are direct, they're terse, they're confrontational, and they get shit done. Over you, around you, or through you. And I love all of them. They are the best. They would do anything for you. You know what? The same guy that wants to punch you in the face the day before, if he sees you struggling on the side of the road, he will absolutely pull over and help you. I love these guys. There's awesome family men. They have a really tight-knit brotherhood. They will die for each other. It's even, I would even say it's stronger than the Marines. Yeah, because anywhere in the country I can go and they see that Marine Corps symbol and it's all Semper Fi, brother. Like, we are instantly, you and me, it doesn't matter what walk of life you are, what color, what sex, whatever. You see that eagle, globe, and anchor, and we're immediately, bam. Well, it's the same thing with ironworkers. That's exactly the same thing. Oh man, but they have an unreasonable hatred towards carpenters. That I don't understand, because carpenters are awesome too. I was a carpenter for the first couple of years when I was in the trades before I became a steel worker. right before the housing market crashed, and I learned some really awesome skills. I'll build you a hell of a cabinet. And I don't know, I appreciate all that stuff. But ironworkers really, really, really hate carpenters. I think they teach them that in school, because if you get two of them on the side talking to each other, they find out they have a lot more in common than they have different. But I think it's just like one of those ingrained, little rivalries that they got going on. Like Marines in the Army, if that makes sense. Like I'll talk to an Army guy, and we're brothers. We have a lot in common. But when there's a group of us, and there's a group of them, it's Marines versus Army, So I think it's the same thing. I think it's kind of like that. All right, that did turn into a little bit of a rant. I did actually want to do one more comment along the same vein. We have Tall Man Jude. So he says, definitely are who you surround yourself with. That's why I surround myself with the monster I see in the mirror each morning. Amen to that. I had to step down from YouTube for a few days and realize on this path back to 500 pounds, very few going to relate or even that intense. Well, yeah, that's true. I just can't relate. A bunch of young men in their prime, weak as shit. Very few despise weakness like I do, and I'll stop being intense when they box me up. Yeah, baby. I'd rather be like one Truck 22 at 65, training with one arm. Truck, he's another guy. Like, if he competed, he would be top of the world. At his age, 65, with the way he's able to move, he would be absolutely one of the best in the world if he competed. And Semper Fi, brother, he's another Marine. Yeah, I have a lot of respect for Truck, absolutely. I haven't talked to him in a while. I don't think he likes me very much, to be honest with you, because he never responds to any of my comments. But I got nothing but love and respect, so I'll throw that out there. Training with one arm, doing a bunch of band work. Yeah, so essentially it's along the same lines. I think sometimes we let the YouTube comments get to us a little bit. I mean, we do, obviously. They have this weird thing where if someone makes a crappy comment and you don't act totally stoic or like it rolls off your back, then there's something wrong with you. Oh, you got triggered. Oh, look at him, he's triggered. Oh, he's bothered by it. He's not a real man. He's responding to comments. No, you're being an asshole, and I'm responding to you being an asshole, and that's something wrong with me? Really? But I get it. I understand. I mean, that's the game. The game they play is like the people who try to like plant little grenades, and if you do respond, you're the one with the problem. You're the one that can't keep it together. You're the one that has issues because you let it get to you. Yeah, but they are. Who are they getting the comments from? What Truck is saying, there's a bunch of people that see strength, and they I don't know, it's a different mindset. Like, we are old school lifters. We go to the gym, and historically, we gravitate towards the guy that's putting up the most weight, and we want to train with that guy and start doing what he's doing because we want to get as strong as him. Why? I don't know. Because I want to be the strongest guy in the world. Why? You have mental issues? Yeah, probably. Why, are you addicted to lifting? Yeah, most likely. Let's see, I quit drinking and I stopped doing drugs and I started lifting. Probably addicted to lifting. I guess I could go back to heroin. Would that be better? And the thing about addiction is it's what addiction, if you want to get clinical, the definition of addiction is a habit that you can't break in the face of negative consequences. So if you can have a habit, you can do something that you do every day, but if it starts negatively affecting you and you can't stop doing it, then you have an addiction. Like, you might be a heavy drinker, you might drink every night, and one night you get in trouble, you get a DUI, you get pulled over. Oh, I need to, stop. And you do. You're just a heavy drinker. You had to stop with no problem. You got your life together or whatever. The addict's the guy that can't. He just keeps going. And he keeps, every night, he's like, oh, I gotta quit drinking. I can't go out tonight. Oh, well, just one more. That's an addict. There's a difference. Liftings can be the same way. Absolutely. You're addicted to trying to beat your last lift and you start hurting yourself and you should be resting, but you still have this need to prove yourself, so you go do it and you go hurt yourself. And I have done that for sure. I've done that. You can go back in these videos and see where I've done that. And it's something, yeah, I have to temper that. I really do. Because I want to go heavy. And that's the thing. It's like, the one thing that these guys get wrong is they make your business their business. They make what you do about them. They don't like something you're doing, and it personally offends them, and they're going to, try to crap all over your stuff. And that's where you have to separate yourself and be the man in the mirror. You got to make it about you and your choice, what you want to do. I'm essentially sharing myself with the world. I'm basically cataloging my training and showing you what I'm all about. So I'm putting myself out there, and that opens myself up to the praise and the criticism. You got to take the good with the bad. But at the same time, it doesn't mean I can't respond 100%. Like if you're going to say stupid things, expect a stupid response. I think that's fair, and there's nothing wrong with that. The bottom line is you can't let it get to you. I would say the good outweighs the bad. The people I've met, the relationships I've forged, some of them didn't work out so great. But for the most part, I think my little adventure on YouTube has been a net positive. And it's definitely expanded, expanded my knowledge base in my world. And I'm very grateful for it. With that being said, it is almost 5 o'clock. I need to get ready. I need to go to work. I will see you guys on the battlefield. Hey, if you got anything out of this, hit that subscribe button. Throw me a like. I love you guys. Deuces.